One engineer, television presenter, best-selling author, and expert in high-performance team culture, Marc Priestley.
Talk about how Formula One teams are so successful.
Tiny things. But you only find those tiny things when you look for them.
Of course, there's only one winner in every Grand Prix, so for everybody else, you haven't won. So it could be deemed that's a failure. I worked at the McLaren Formula One team for almost 10 years as part of the pit stop team before going on to lead teams within the McLaren organisation. I'm going to describe my first ever pit stop to you. Because I was young and inexperienced, the team manager gave me a job in that pit stop, which was to change the front wing and nose cone, which only ever happens if the driver has an accident. So it's incredibly rare. This is how it works, right? The car rolls into the pit stop box. It stops on the marks. Somebody takes off the broken nose cone, and I come in with a new one. A nose cone, huge front wing assembly, swing it into position, line it up on these 4 pins on the front of the car itself, where a couple of guys then do up the catches, and I then have to leap out the way so the front jack man can get in behind me to lower the car back down onto the floor. That's how it should happen. On this particular day, it looked nothing like this. On my first practice in the Melbourne pit lane in Australia, I was tripping over, I was clattering into the guy taking the first nose cone off, I was missing these 4 pins on the front of the chassis. I mean, it was horrific. It was a horrible, horrible experience. And at the end of that practice, I ran straight into the garage to find the team manager. I was all out of breath, I was panicking. I went straight up to the team manager, I said, "Did you see that? That was a disaster. If that happens on Sunday in the race, I mean, it's all over. I just don't know what to do." The team manager said to me, "Marc, calm down. Calm down." He said, "There's 2 things." He said, "First of all, it's highly unlikely it's going to happen." And you can see where I'm going to go with this, can't you? He said, "Secondly, if it does happen," he said, "it's only happened because the driver's had an accident, so his race is probably ruined anyway." He said, "Don't worry about it, it'll be fine." The people in our organisation are simply the biggest asset that we have. Formula One's a hugely technical sport. It's easy to think the car is your biggest asset. No, it isn't. That car's nothing without the people that designed it, built it, manufactured it, made the components, put it together, developed it, marketed it, fed those people in the factory, cleaned the factory, made it look amazing, so when we had tours coming round, people decided to invest. Every one of those details is as much a key part of the team's outcome as the Lewis Hamiltons of this world. None of us can do it without all of us, and I hope that is the biggest message you take away from today. Thank you very much.